It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Should look at his wife and know that that's the person I need to listen to. Like, if the world was run by women, we'd all live in a better world. Like, it would all be simpler and easier. That's the fact of the matter, whether you want to agree with it or not, or you think whatever it is, if women ruled the world and we just listened to them and let them take over, it would be an easier world.
Rock and roll, bitch. Welcome to the DynamiteGizmo podcast, every fucking person. Episode 307. If I'm not mistaken. I always gotta check, because I always forget. 307. Yeah, you're goddamn right it is. And here's today's card. It's tradition around here to show you the card, but it's not tradition to show you my picks unless I absolutely fucking feel like it. This is this weekend's card, ladies and gentlemen. We got Ankalaev versus Guskov. Later in the episode, we're going to be doing the title shot traffic jam. What is that, you might ask? Well, you're going to find out. You're going to fucking find out, because there's a traffic jam in a division, and possibly even more. There's not a whole lot that I have to talk about this week because there's a potentially boring fight night this weekend. And last weekend's card was not too shab, but not too great. Oliver, don't start that shit again. Okay, we saw DDP cream the likes of Kamaru Usman with his wobbly knees. That man has nothing left. There is not much he can do unless he faces someone like Joaquin Buckley once again who cannot wrestle. Okay? But the talk of Kamaru Usman getting a title shot is long gone in the rearview mirror. That'll never happen again. Did you see how wobbly his knees were? The guy was shaking like a goddamn leaf. Like a motherfucking leaf, dude. All over the place. There's not even a whole bunch of, there's not really any news, okay? I tried to do a standing solo watch party this past weekend for the Kamaru Usman DDP card, but I had to stop it because of my tooth. My tooth was really in pain, and I couldn't even drink, I couldn't eat. I went to the dentist on Monday, and it turns out it was very infected, and it had to be pulled. Today is Wednesday. It was pulled on Monday. My mouth is still a little bit sore. This is the most amount of talking I have done since I've had the tooth removed. So I'm going to keep this episode short, not only because of the tooth, but because of the fact that there's not a whole lot of things to talk about. So why don't we just jump right into the fight prediction sheet, okay? I create these sheets. You see this? They're wonderful. And they're available for you for free. Okay? You go through each fight of the night and you pick who you think is going to win. Okay? We'll start off at number 1 here. So if you think Hussein's going to win over Gibson, you check off pick. And you do that for every single fight of the night. As the fights play out, you check off the winner for the one who actually won. Okay? And if both your check marks line up, that means you got it correct. And at the end of the night, you tally up your score down here. Now if we take a look at the boxes, we've got the weight class, the names of the fighters, the fight record, the Vegas betting odds, the nicknames. We've even got new and improved debut stamps for debut fighters. We also have their last 5 fights displayed here, from most recent to least. Okay? Country of origin flags, their rank. There is so much jam-packed into this little square. It makes it easy for you or your friends or your family to vote. because you can download this and print off a bunch of copies and hand them out during the fight night. Have a little fun, ladies and gentlemen. And then at the end of the night, you can rate the card out of 5. You can give it a rating on the expectation scale. Where did it meet your expectations? There's little facts along the side here. It tells you where it is taking place. All right? Everything you need to know. Link is in the description or in the bio. So some of the fights that I'm excited for tonight, this weekend, is of course Walter versus Peterson. Why? Only because I need to see what's next for Valter Walker, which we'll talk about him in a moment. Dustin Jacoby, I'm interested to see what he still has in the tank. This one might be a interesting one to watch. And then, of course, Choco finally debuts into the UFC. Finally. And this motherfucker can only fight in the eastern part of the world, I think, because he can't come to America, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, we got the German model himself, Dulatov. This guy's a massive betting favorite on this card, and based off his last performances, we're probably going to get a round 1 knockout in some spectacular way. Either that or he's going to get fraud checked. Astro Boy's back. This is going to be a determining factor for him. If he can get past this motherfucker, he means he's back on the rails. If he can't, then there's no hope for him. All right? And then, of course, we got Ankalaev versus Guskov as the main event. I don't give a shit about this fight. I could care less who wins. I don't like Ank. Guskov is okay, I guess. All right? There is nothing that interests me about this main fight at all. And I'm not even slightly exaggerating. I think Ankalaev's going to win, but guess what? I could give 2 shits. I don't care about Ankalaev. Okay? When this was originally supposed to be Ankalaev versus Khalil Roundtree, then yeah, I was very interested in this card. Because I want Khalil to beat the fuck out of Ankalaev, and I would love for Khalil to get another shot at that title. Because I love Khalil. I love Alex Pereira. I love Yuri Prohaska. Those were the 3 guys at light heavyweight that I'm like, I'd be satisfied if any one of these 3 had the title. Alex is gone. Yuri has had his shot multiple times and he's fucked it up. He should have had it this year, but he fucked it up. It was right there and he fucked it up. He royally fucked it. And who knows if he's going to get another shot anytime soon. But Khalil absolutely could have, especially if he would have won this fight. But the motherfucker had to go and injure himself. So now we got an absolute trash card, okay? And like I said, the ones that I'm most interested in, Valter Walker. We need to see what Valter Walker's going to do, okay? Because Mr. Peterson here, the train, he's no one special as well. Walker has been fed kind of cans since he's joined the UFC. Now, he did lose his debut fight. But after that, his last 4 fights in a row have all been round 1 submission heel hook wins. And that's what he has become known for. Now, he has said, since he's been doing that he's no longer going to do the heel hooks. He needs to change things up and show what he's capable of. Are we going to see that? Because I think he can get a 5th heel hook, especially with Peterson. All right, and then whoever they give him after that, if they start actually giving him better guys, then he could cut off the heel hooks. But I think he can get one more heel hook in with Peterson. But is he going to do it? I don't fucking know, and that's why I'm curious about this fight here specifically. The other shitty thing about this fight card is it's in Abu Dhabi, which means if you're on the western side of the hemisphere, which I am, the prelims are going to start at 7. The main card starts around 10 a.m., depending on where you live. So it's like, whatever. I'll tune in if I tune in. If I don't, I don't. Okay? Ponzinibbio's always interesting to watch. Okay? And he's going up against Patterson, who just lost to MVP in a very boring fight. And now MVP is matched up against, who is it? Nurselton, I believe. Is that his name? Which is actually, MVP needs ranked fighters. He needs better fights. And I understand why he's bringing that to light in the world, specifically on Ariel's show and other places. He's talking about how they're not giving him the fights that he should have. But the thing is, he's not showing excitement. He's doing everything right in terms of selling himself, but he doesn't have the excitement that he once had in Bellator. He's not getting knockouts. He's having boring decision wins. There was the odd fight here and there. He's only had a few fights in the UFC, but there's an odd fight here and there where there's some excitement happening, but it never ends in a spectacular way. And so I think that might be a contributor to why they're just feeding him these cans so far. Now, mind you, even though Nurselton is not ranked, he's actually a fucking fantastic fighter. And I think that is a great fight. And I think he does potentially have a chance at beating MVP, which would be crazy. And I would actually be okay with that. I do like MVP, but he's not giving us what we need. Choco, if you don't know Choco, he is also known as John Pork because Demetrius Johnson went over to train. I don't know if it was in Russia. It might have been at the PI or something, but he went to go train with Khabib and Islam and their whole crew. Okay, and Choco is a part of their crew. And he's a kickboxer, former kickboxer. And while Demetrius Johnson was there, he was filming, his video with them. Someone, I believe it was Islam, introduced Choco to Demetrius Johnson. And on the video, it sounds like Islam is introducing him as John Pork. Because of his accent, he says Choco, but it sounds like he's saying John Pork. And so Choco became known as John Pork. He went on the Contender Series. He had a win, a decision win. And there was a moment there where I don't remember when it was. I don't know if it was an Islam fight or what. But Choco was in the audience and he was getting so much praise and applause. They were yelling John Pork. The guy is he's a superstar without even trying. Okay? Dulatov. Okay, Dulatov. Why don't we take a look at Dulatov's record together? Shall we? I'm sorry if this is a boring episode. We'll get into the Hanukkah. We'll get into the this shit here in a moment, okay? This might be a little fun, but it might not be. But I just want to look up Dulatov. I can't even remember his first name. Oh, it's Islam. Jesus Christ. Islam Dulatov. He's 12-1. He's 27 years old. Born in Russia. Reps the Germany flag. He's 1-0 in the UFC. But he went up against Adam Fuggett last year on the Holloway versus Poirier 3 card and had a fantastic round 1 knockout. In the Contender Series, he had a fantastic round 1 knockout. In Octagon, he had a fantastic round 1 knockout. Decision win in boxing, round 1 guillotine choke, round 1 arm triangle, round 1 knockout, round 1 Darce, round 2 knockout, round 1 knockout, round 1 knockout, round 1 rear naked choke, round 1 near naked choke. His first professional fight ever, he lost via decision. Okay? Exciting motherfucker. Exciting guy. Gonna bring some cream to the crop. And the other thing about him is he's a German model. He's a fucking model. Just like, what the fuck's his name? The light heavyweight champ? Oh my god. Why can't I think of it? It's kind of pissing me off. Whoops. Carlos Ulberg. Is Guskov even ranked? Oh yeah, he's number 9. So Bogdan Guskov, ranked number 9, is going up against ranked number 2, Magomed Ankalaev. Now, rumor has it that they did ask Paulo Costa, but he couldn't make the weight, which would have been a way better option. Paulo Costa's ranked number 4 in the light heavyweight division on the meta rankings. And on the media rankings, he's number 6. What do we go by? Do we do the meta rankings? I guess so, because it's eventually just going to be the meta rankings, I'd imagine. Right? Why stick with both? Just get rid of the fucking... Get rid of the media rankings. We don't need both. I'm sorry I'm bland and boring, but it's my tooth. I'm on fucking... What are they called? Antibiotics. Antibiotics! Okay, let's get into this. Let's just get into the fucking title shot traffic jam. Dun, 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 dun. It's the traffic title, the title shot traffic jam. The title shot traffic jam. And if you're curious what this is, I'll explain it, I guess. So, we've got 5 lanes here. The fast lane, the waiting at the light lane, the blocked by rematch, needs another win, and the wrong exit. So basically, as we go through each of these lanes, I'm going to drive someone onto the track, onto the road, and it's going to determine how I feel about each person. Okay? So the fast lane is going to have someone who clearly is next in line for the title. The waiting at the light is someone who is simply waiting because of the person in the fast lane. Blocked by a rematch means someone who should be next in line, but they are blocked because someone in the fast lane is having a rematch. Needs another win. Pretty self-explanatory. Someone who's right there but needs just one more win and they can potentially get that shot at the title. And then the wrong exit is someone who was potentially going to be there, but now they've dropped their chances down because of all these other people. So in this episode of Title Shot Traffic Jam, we are going to be focusing on the Bantamweight division. And we're going to start with the fast lane. We've got Merab Dvalishvili. Okay? Now, I don't know for certain, but I'd imagine Merab, based off of his wonderful title defense run, 4 title defense fights in 1 year. Unfortunately, didn't win them all. 3 out of the 4. He would have the first shot back at the title. Man, I'm feeling really wonky on these antibiotics. Antibiotics. Jesus Christ. So he's got the fast lane, baby, straight to the title. Let me know if you disagree with this. He hasn't fought this year yet. Neither him or Petr Yan has fought this year yet, obviously. So Piotr's first title defense is going to be against Merab. And guess what? Merab will win. I guarantee it, Merab will win. Merab will win, and he'll get that title back. Now, since we still don't know who exactly is getting the title shot, we have to determine who is waiting at the light. And I don't even remember who I put for this. So let's see. Ah. Of course. Mario Bautista is waiting at the light, okay? He's waiting at the light. That doesn't mean that he should be the next in line. That means he has done enough to get that title shot, but there's more people ahead of him, i.e. Merab and i.e. the person who's blocked by the rematch, okay? Because Mario Bautista is sliding under the radar of everybody. Okay, we need to take a look at Mario's fucking record. Okay? His last win was, we just saw it on the McGregor-Holloway 2 card, was Corey Sandhagen. He beat Vinicius Oliveira. Everyone thought that Vinicius was going to rise to the top quickly and be unstoppable. But Mario stopped him right in his tracks, okay? And he had a loss to Umar Nurmagomedov. Okay, that makes sense. Defeated Patchy Mix and sent him back to fucking Ryzen. And I don't even know how long he's going to stay there. Jose Aldo, Ricky Simon, and then a bunch of cans, okay? Now, of course, his debut was also against Corey Sandhagen, and he lost, but he has since got his revenge. Now, Mario Bautista is right here, ranked number 4. With Sean O'Malley, Umar, and Merab Dvalishvili. Okay? We're not going to let Umar fight for the title yet because we got Merab there. Now, what else do we got going on here? We have someone who is blocked by the rematch. So why don't we go ahead and bring that motherfucker out? Bonk. Stopped right there. Sean O'Malley. Okay? Now, obviously, they want Sean O'Malley back at the helm. Just because of who he is and how he represents himself and how popular he is. Having Sean O'Malley as the Bantamweight champ is just great overall for the UFC. Now, he had his win at the White House. So let's just look up his fucking credentials. Seaneth O'Malleth. Okay? He had his win at the White House against Ayman Zahabi. He had that win against Song Yadong. His only 2 recent losses were to Merab Dvalishvili back-to-back for the title. Marlon Vera title defense. Aljamain Sterling title claim. Piotr Yan win. A no contest against Pedro. You know, few cans. Okay, the dude is on a hot streak. I'm really butchering this episode here. I don't even want to upload it, to be completely honest. I'm not feeling this. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it regardless. So, if it wasn't for Merab getting that rematch, we would have Seaneth O'Malley right up here in the fast lane, okay? And Mario Bautista would be right behind him. So I think because Merab is going to get that next title shot, we might even see Mario versus Sean O'Malley as a title eliminator. Now, the thing is, these guys have trained together or currently train together or are friends or whatever, so they're kind of on the fence with it. But Mario has been slightly talking about it. So these guys are right there together. Umar's out of the picture right now. Umar's out. God, this episode's going to end quick, boys. Okay, we got... Who needs another win? Let's see. Ah, there he is. Okay, so we were just talking about Umar because Umar is up there in the rankings. Let's take a look at where Umar is. Yeah, Umar's literally number 2. Okay? Now, because we have all these other fuckers here, you would think, you know, if we're like, statistically speaking, in terms of meritocracy, someone who lives outside of the UFC and look it in, they'd be like, oh, Umar's number 2 ranked. He should be above both of these guys to get that shot. But nope. It's all performances. Whoever has the best performances. So these guys next in line behind Merab, If Umar has one more good win against who knows who it's going to be, then great. Maybe we'll do Umar versus Sean O'Malley. Have they fought yet? No. See? So we could even do Umar versus Sean O'Malley. That would be a crazy fight. There's lots of options here. This is why it's a traffic jam. Okay? Bong, bong, bing, bing, bong, 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 bing, ba, bong. God, I'm feeling loopy. All right? And maybe even if Umar has another win, he might not even get a shot at it. Now, for this red spot, the wrong exit, there actually could be two people, but I only have one here, and I'll talk about the other person in a second. So we've got Song Yadong. Song Yadong was on a nice, hot winning streak. He was climbing up. Climb, climb, climb. And then he faced Sean O'Malley and he lost. And now he's back down here. Okay? Let's take a look at Yadong's song. Well, I guess he wasn't on a hot streak. I thought he was. Jesus Christ. Sean O'Malley, Henry, Piotr Jan, Corey Sandhagen. Okay, he did have some decent losses. But he was close, dude. If he would have won against Sean O'Malley, it would have bumped him up. But the person I was talking about that should have been here is Ayman Zahabi. Because, again, if Ayman Zahabi would have won against Sean O'Malley, bang, bang, bing, bang, bang, he would have been right here. You know, he would have been waiting at the light or blocked by a rematch because I'm pretty sure Merab's going to get that first. So if we change Song Yading Dong to Ayman Zahabi or maybe have them both here, I think that's the proper way to do it. And this isn't the only division that has a traffic jam. We could come up with many, many things. Actually, let's get the real sound. Oh, he's got the title. Get out of here, dude. I actually think Merab is going to get that title back. I really fucking do. This is him. This is Merab with the title right here. That is mine. I don't think Mario Bautista is going to beat Merab. He potentially could beat Piotr Jan. Has he fought Piotr? Let's see. I can't even remember. Doesn't look like it. So I don't know. I don't think he would beat Piotr either. That's actually tough. Piotr might actually beat Merab again. Now we know Sean O'Malley beat Piotr. Fuck. But he has Piotr, which is a crazy way to... I hate saying it like that. It should just be Peter. Piotr has come a long way since O'Malley. He's come a long fucking way. I tell you what. There's so much... All these guys, except for Song Yading Dong. Get him out of here. Dude, get back to your detour route. Get out of here. Put him down here in the detour. Oh, I gotta get the sound effect. Yep, get him out of here. Well, we'll keep him here. Anyway, this is a boring-ass episode. I apologize. I'm too weak on the antibiotics, dude. If I was in the UFC right now, I would lose my match. Okay? We've seen guys get fucking staph infections and have to go on antibiotics and fight. And look what happens. Look at Sean Strickland against Dricus. Okay? And I hope Sean Strickland fights Dricus again. Because I think Sean Strickland will win. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I'm cutting her short here. Please remember, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Also, leave a comment if you want. But don't be rude, okay? Everybody's rude to me. Everybody's mean and gross to me. I don't want that, okay? Anyway, bye-bye.